Don't ask me how I know. Sell your truck while it's still running.
Hey guys, Jody Kennedy here with Century 21 Judge Fight.
And Scotty Lovett with Integrity Mortgage. Thank you for joining us today. As you can tell, it's still Christmas season, and we're really excited about it.
Living it up 2020 style.
It's kind of sad because Christmas has come and gone so quickly, and it hasn't just kind of had the same luster as it normally does. So
I know.
Yeah.
Did you even take Audrey to see Santa?
We did. So we went to my sister-in-law, so she's a photographer, and so.
Okay.
So she had Santa Claus there, so Audrey loved it. It was fun. So
yeah.
So well, we're here today again to kind of just give you a background on who we are. We've done other videos, but we think it's important for y'all to know who we are. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting those buttons wherever they're at.
And we know we have a lot of viewers out there, but we would appreciate if you would subscribe. Right now, we only have a few. So only one, and it's actually myself. But, so if you do enjoy our videos, subscribe, because that helps us to know that you're liking it, and comment on things that you would like us to talk about, or questions about real estate or lending or life. It doesn't matter. So but thanks for listening.
Yeah, so today I'm going to just give a little bit of a background on who I am, where I grew up, how I got into the industry. I think it's important if you're going to be working with somebody to have a knowledge of who they are, because ultimately we're going to form some sort of a relationship through this process, whether it's a friendship or just a business transaction. I still want you to feel comfortable with who you're working with. So again, Scotty Lovett. I grew up in Midland, Texas, so West Texas, oil and gas town. Went to Midland Lee out there, and then when I got out of school, high school that is, I went to Texas Tech. So big Red Raider. There we go. Loved Lubbock. Lubbock was the upgrade. I know y'all are going to judge me if you're not from West Texas, but Lubbock was the big town to many people from Midland. Went to Texas Tech, played for the club hockey team there. I've played hockey since I was 5 years old, traveled all over the United States playing in hockey tournaments.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So actually when I was 12, I believe it was, we went and played in a tournament in Disney World, and we played a Team Canada. And again, it's not the actual like national team from Canada, but it was a team from Canada. And we played them in the championship and beat them by 1 goal. It was really cool. I've still got the trophy. So it was a ton of fun. So then I went and played hockey at Tech, graduated from Texas Tech University with a bachelor's in business. And then also I have a financial accounting certificate through the Wharton School of Business. So when I got out of school, it was 2008, 2009, so now you know exactly kind of how old I am. 2008, 2009 was a very tough time to be getting out of college, because the mortgage crisis just occurred and the real estate collapsed. So I actually decided that I would get into banking, and ended up with Bank of America right after they acquired Countrywide, and started in the mortgage industry in the workout department. So I got to see what all bad things happened during the lending process, and unfortunately there was a lot of people that were impacted during this, and luckily the department I was in was just simply trying to keep people in their houses. Mortgage companies don't want people's houses. Foreclosure is the last thing that anybody wants to do, and so I had the opportunity to help people stay in their house. And it was a very roller coaster of a environment, just because at one point I could be telling somebody, hey, we're going to be able to keep you in your house, to the next second, hey, I just don't see a course of how we're going to make this happen by reducing interest rates, re-amortizing loans. So it was a very emotional thing. You'd get home from work and you'd feel very beat down after, because we had 80-hour mandatory working hours per week, just because of how many people we were having to work through.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
wow.
That went on for about 5 months, then it dropped to 70 and then down to 60. So working long hours, getting there at 5 a.m., staying there until, 7, and then getting back up, doing it all over again, taking a 30-minute lunch. So I did that for 3.5 years, and then I realized during that time, the mortgage department started slowly shutting down the divisions because they had worked through a lot of the loans at that point, so they didn't need as many people throughout the United States. So I decided to go from the mortgage side to the commercial lending side, and so I became a commercial lender over at Frost Bank, and so loved it. This was a great opportunity to meet a ton of business owners and get to understand how to underwrite business tax returns. Totally different than looking at a personal tax return, because some of these companies I might be talking to were 80 million to 100 million in revenue. So they have multiple entities. And so for me, from my perspective, it's only helped me out from the mortgage lending perspective, because now I understand when I'm communicating with self-employed borrowers what I need to be asking for, what I need to be looking for, and how to underwrite them on the front end, which really helps me out.
Yeah, when you did my dad's, it was that way, right?
Yeah, exactly. And not everybody, they'll say that they're good at understanding commercial loans, or commercial clients where they're self-employed. But in reality, there is some nuances to it. So, all right. So, like I was saying, I apologize. We had quick technical difficulty.
Goofy.
Yeah, my dog barking in the background. So, but understanding how to underwrite self-employed borrowers was key, and that's something I'm very grateful. Like I said, it taught me how to go out there and talk to business owners that are very successful and understand how to work with people from all different walks of life, as well as it's helped me in my mortgage lending side, being able to go out and find potential people that are looking to buy, because now I can call these business owners and say, can I come do presentations to your employees and add value to your company, so that you as a business owner can also help give back, because not only are they there to work for the company, but also, you're supposed to be giving them resources to make them more successful, and by being more successful leads to more of a more positive working environment. And when people are buying houses, for business owners, that typically means that there's less turnover for their employees and everything else, because now they're putting their roots in the community where they also work. So went the commercial lending route, and then I actually got my personal loan through Integrity Mortgage, and just a stellar process. So this is when I was at Frost. They did my loan, and I was blown away, because I'd bought other houses before and I've used other lenders, and the process was subpar at best, from a communication standpoint, to truly just educating myself. And I was in the lending world and I was in the mortgage world, and not that I knew everything, because I wasn't, when you're in certain departments, you only are kind of privy to only so much, but the process just was not the same as it was when I went to Integrity Mortgage. And I spoke with the owners and told them how impressed I was. And so going to Integrity Mortgage, I've been there for 3 years. It truly gave me an opportunity to be local, but also be in control of my career path on where I wanted to go. And because of the fact that when I was at Frost, I was driving to downtown Dallas every day, not getting to spend time with my family and see them. This being with Integrity, I live local, I work local, and it's been just an amazing company because of what they stand for. It's a family-owned company that's been around for 25 years, and they just truly treat you just like you're part of their family once you start working there. So that's a little bit of a background of who I am, where I came from, how I got into the mortgage industry.
Let me ask you a question before we finish this. What is your favorite thing? Because personally, your job sounds really boring to
Yeah.
me. So but you do good. You do a good job. So
Thank you.
what is the most rewarding thing to you as a lender, as a residential lender?
So the most rewarding thing to me is the fact that I do get to meet so many people from different walks of life, whether it's you're buying your very first house or buying your 10th house. And whether it's buying a $60,000 house or a $600,000 house, you get to become friends with some of these people. And my most rewarding deal, and most people always think, oh, well, it's got to be the big loan, the big one. And it was not. It was really this kid that was just starting down his career path, got a job as an EMT, and he was buying a $60,000 house. And, a lot of other lenders had talked to him and didn't give him the time of day, just because, that's not a big loan to everybody. But to me, everybody's got to start somewhere. If it wasn't for somebody stepping out and putting my name in front of people, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And so when I talked to him, I put the time in and we got him closed on his house. And he called me crying, thanking me that he was just so grateful that he finally owned a house. And, this is like a 21-year-old. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about houses at 21. I was just thinking about where I guess I was going to the beer store or whatever it was,
Yeah, because you were at Tech, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, it was a very rewarding thing. And he even sent me a card in the mail, which made it even just that much rewarding to me, was the fact that he took the time to handwrite a card. And most people don't write cards anymore. Everything's by email or text. And the fact that he took the time to do it and go down and get postage and put it in the mail to me was just amazing. So that's why I love what I do. Yes, talking numbers all day is not the most exciting thing in the world, but getting to see that joy on their face when they actually are closing on their house, and the letters that people send you, those are the things that get me excited every day to continue doing what I do. So yeah,
Awesome.
that's it. So
well, we will wrap this up.
yeah.
We do have an Instagram, so I will link that below, and make sure you subscribe to get notified when we post new videos. So thank you, Scotty, for sharing your personal information, and we hope this helps you guys get to know us a little bit better so that you will trust what we're saying, and hopefully we can help you out. So thank you. Bye.